Salute to the Rastas Reliable for checking in again here on Rastas Realities. As promised, here's the follow-up video mentioned in an earlier video seen on the screen now. This one is titled, Burn Humans, Learn Humans. You know, as babies, learning came naturally to us. And one can assume that's true for those before and after my generation. What baffles me is when those same babies develop into teens, young adults, and adults foolishly cackle on about how no one can teach them and or they don't need people. My question is, how do you learn if you're not around those who teach, more or less? It seems that some humans do not learn naturally anymore. For example, let's pick a no-brainer. As one in management, I have interviewed various types of people. And during all interviews, I caution against office politics, ergo getting buddy-buddy, etc. I inform them to just do what they signed on the line for and nothing else. Most say the same exact thing verbatim. What is that, you ask?
No, I'm here to make money and go home.
It never, or should I say rarely, ever ends that way. No follow-through is the issue here. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So on schedule, I either witness or hear about some, not all, new hires getting involved with problem children in adult bodies of the company. I could only shake my head within my head at the foolishness. Let me say that again. I can only shake my head within my head at the foolishness. Use your imagination to figure out what that looks like. As the days would end, the employees, were leaving for the day, which included myself. And then I would overhear the very ones that I warned against office politics sometime later whining about another person. The same type of people that I knew that they were going to encounter, of which I warned them against. Moving on. The point is, office politics has nothing to do with what they stand on a dotted line to do. A job. It became more apparent that some humans just gotta burn their hands on the stove that I warned them about before they learn. There must be pain before progress. While that is true, to an extent, like learning to ride a bike and not crashing or falling down, one must utilize pedals to keep the forward momentum, the brakes to not hit things, and common sense of safety gear, along with simply putting one's feet down to the side. I find it interesting that some prefer to burn before they learn, as opposed to learning not to burn. Be prepared for the unexpected. Stand on ready, so there's no need to get ready. I've read the multiple video titles and headlines, and off of the title alone, I could not consume the nonsensical content. that was made. It was, I'm referring to the chronic baby makers for the wrong reasons, becoming man haters who sex police. It is lowbrow to be babbling about what another man is doing and who he's doing it with. Get a life. If you're doing so well, why have the need to speak about those whom you deem invisible? So in other words, all of the ones who call males and men by the terms of crusty, dusty, musty, and all other terms that's used in the what they call the YouTube streets. It seems that those are the only ones that they can attract, or the only ones that they'll get knocked up by. So why do you have so much to say about it? But I digress, even though it's still on point, because they're burning, and they're not learning. So instead of learning, they get on to the, they get online and expose themselves. Anyway, it sounds like miserable folks seeking company. What it sounds like, because you have a whole lot of, those who agree with all of the fuckery, and that has all the implications of misery loves company. Moreover, why suffer the burn when it's easier to learn to be a better being better? I've said that to people many a times, and that's one of my sayings that you would probably only hear and hear only. That's saying the saying of being a better being better. And they look at me with the confused dog head to the side look. At that point, I just walk away, because the saying is direct to the point. Yet it goes over their heads like a bonnet. That's not it. Burning before you learn is not legit. It makes one seem incompetent. And yet they have the nerve to become indignant. I figure it's better to know and grow me. Shout out to the roster's reliable, and that's the reality.